Taurus, welcome back to the Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If it's your first time being here, thanks so much for checking it out. It's a brand new year for 2022 and we're just getting started. So we've got the Spirit Animal Oracle cards and I've got my Gustav Klimt deck, and we're just checking in here for this Cancer full moon, for this new year, seeing what the messages are at this time. Let's get started with your Animal Oracle card. I've got a lovely new crystal here on the channel. It wants to just say it's Trolleite. It's really beautiful. It wants to talk about it. So I love this sparkle here. It does have kind of these like little scars back here. And honestly, what they remind me of, if I flip it this way, it might not be easy for some people to see or understand. But I was going to say, in that movie, Alien versus Predator, after she helps the Predator, and he puts the mark on her face and marks her as someone who's a hunter, right? That's kind of what I see that mark as back there. So it is like some little scars, but it's also like a mark of, it just said pride, like a mark of pride, to be proud of. Scars to be proud of is saying. Scars to be proud of. Said, many, many, no. And rhymes. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ah. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Nice. It wants to talk about, it's bringing me my animal Reiki attunement that I had. So I'm still working on it. I've just been kind of busy. I need to get back on it. But when I did my Reiki, my animal Reiki 1 attunement. So I've been a Reiki master for humans for a few years, and now I'm studying for my animal Reiki. And I still need to do my Reiki 2 attunement. But anyway, on the first one, when I was meditating, when she was doing my attunement, I ended up getting the Batman symbol in my head, which was funny to me because out of all the superheroes, Batman's my personal favorite. And of course it was animal Reiki, so how ironic that it was a bat or an animal inspired superhero, right? So I was like, that's perfect, that's perfect. And then the very next day, we had to write a report about it, and I didn't write it that night. The very next day I went outside and I was looking up over the top of the roof of my house, and I said just to myself, within myself, in my heart space, I am Batman, right? Like, you're capable of anything. Like, I am Batman. And I kid you guys not, as soon as I said that, 2 bats flew over the top of my house, and it was crazy. Oh yeah, and there was like this cloud in the sky that looked like the bat plane hiding up in the sky, and it was just crazy. That's why I had said I am Batman, because I saw that cloud. And then these 2 bats came over the top of my house, and it was like I had called the bats to me. And it was just one of those moments of synchronicity in the universe that just like really touches your soul and your heart and only speaks to you. And that's what this card is bringing to you, Taurus. That's why it had me telling that story, because there is a rebirth assured. There's something very beautiful in store for you here at this time that's just going to connect to your heart space. And with all this energy around the 3rd eye and the crown of this bat, it's like you can definitely see it. Plus, this bat's hanging upside down, so it's like a hanged man a little bit. The hangman energy out of the tarot. So this is definitely a time of like great wisdom. Like, you're going to see some prophecies, some synchronicities, some things connect for you. And it's just going to be something really beautiful. It said that you saw, that you see, that you know is meant for you and is coming to you, right? Like, it's definitely something that you've been attracting truly from your heart, and it's a rebirth. You're going to recognize it. Let's get started with your tarot and expand on, oh, well, there's that. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And what's that card up here? 5, 5. This is a 5 of Cups. Yeah. Said you're taking the mask off. This card, okay, so 5 of Cups is usually a sad energy. But in this deck, it talks about like transparency a lot, like being transparent. And in that way, That's where it's represented as taking a mask off, like being true with yourself. The universe being transparent with you and showing you those things that you just like know are happening in your life, but you've been waiting on like a really big sign. This 5-5, that's great change. There's a great change, great transparency. He said the veil is thin. You're going to see the universe open up and speak to you. And it said it's taking its mask off, right? Like it's going to open up and speak to you. And these cards are like that's the message. Like, so the message is very clear. There is no extra like explanation. Like, it is just straight up, this is what it's telling you. Okay. Yeah, what I said. 8 of Wands, usually a communication card. Also a card sometimes of like travel and just definitely activity. Lots of activities, different pieces and parts and things moving. It's dynamic energy. It's not still energy. It's dynamic energy. An 8 of Wands can sometimes also be kind of seen as messages or arrows of love in some decks. So this one, it's talking about your heart space very much. And look at them all flying up to this crystal, which is this beautiful, rich green. That same kind of greenish blue is over here in this card, over here on top of the wisdom of the crown on this bat. These are messages and connections that are just hitting you right in your heart space. But it's, yeah, all the expressions on these, it's like beautiful things, right? Like you're ready for it. You need, it just said, this love from the universe or from these people. You need these signs and these messages. You need these. So the universe is going to give it to you. Like the signs that you need and everything that you've been looking for, the universe is going to give it to you in a very clear, transparent, easy to understand way. That's what I'm saying. It's just what you need. With that 9 of Swords coming out, you've been just racking your brains over this, going a little crazy. In this deck, the 9 of Swords does represent a little bit of hope of getting out, because of getting out of that mentality, getting out of that anxiety, frustration, feeling locked in, what have you, kind of energy, not knowing the answers, right? Just racking your brains trying to think of reasons and explanations or what have you. The swords are not blocking this figure in, they're behind her, and then they're just kind of framing her. So there's definitely this hope energy. You've been in this energy for a long time, and it's time to get out of it. It's showing me this blue and green behind this figure is like a pile of sludge, like a pool of like just kind of gross energy. Like just gross energy. You've been stuck in that for a while. It's time to get out of that. And that's where you've been really waiting on a sign from the universe. You've been waiting on something to come speak to your heart directly. And it's about to. And I did see a face in this crystal just a moment ago. I was kind of talking about the bat and everything, but I saw a face in this crystal. So I do think that this is a person or people. It could just be compliments and praise, like that good review. You're worried about what others think of you, kind of thing. I don't know where to put this one quite yet, so. This Emperor. Hang on, it's kind of giving me something. it was kind of giving me, and I don't know exactly which verse this is or exactly the phrasing for it, but there's a line in the Bible somewhere that speaks about when your words leave your mouth, they go and do exactly as you intend them to. That's a huge energy coming through a lot of these readings right now. It's talking about, like all of these tarot readings right now, I've been talking about attraction, the basic laws of the universe, intention, manifestation, and like the scientific way that energies give you the things that you want or desire or need, right? The things you're attracting to yourself. And it was saying how this emperor essentially spoke these words. Even these women represent words, like they're the muse, they're the embodiment of the spirit of these words. So it's soft and sensual and sweet and nice, loving, gentle. This emperor is sending these words to the heart space. An emperor is a master of the earthly realm. So that's what I was saying. This feels like a person. I think it can be male or female at this time, just with the way everything's represented. But it's someone who's like an actual real person. It said a major person in your life, because this is a major arcana. So this is a major person in your life, major arcana. I said they're solid, they're real, and they're well-grounded, and they have, okay, it just said they have their stuff together. So that's one thing. It just said they have their stuff together. So where you've been mentally in this energy, like looking for a sign. And I feel like this is like an overall spiritual message for you too, because of the fact that it's talking about a rebirth. This isn't, it said this ain't no little thing. This is something that has been driving you absolutely batshit. That has been driving you absolutely batshit. And you haven't been able to see through the veil of the universe, through the mask quite yet. You've been racking your brains for an answer. You've been trying to be patient and wait on the universe to send you a sign. It's going to send you a very real sign. It's coming in communication and words and dynamic energy, blending of activities. It's coming from real people or a real person that actually exists, and they have their stuff together. And they're going to be transparent with you. And the whole thing is like, it's going to be very clear. And an emperor has very clear boundaries and energy. They're the major arcana. You recognize that, right? So it's like one of those things, like they have that clear, understandable energy that just speaks directly to the target. What's this card over here? Look, you got a 5-5 and a 4-4 message. This is the 4 of Wands. And when it just went, oh, right? This is something that's going to bring union to your heart. It's going to feel like the universe is just giving you a big old hug. Like you're just a little baby and it's been taking care of you all this time, right? It's just showing me how, like, that's cute. It was showing me how, like, when kids get upset at their parents and they say things like, you're not my mommy anymore, or something like that, right? And it's very much like that moment of making up. It said making up, as in, right? Like the universe is, like there's been some difficult things. You've been in possibly some of this hangman energy. You've been confused. You've been looking for a sign for the universe. Somebody or something, or the signs you needed just weren't quite there. It's going to give you a very real sign. It's going to be very transparent. It's going to be very clear. And it's going to be a makeup kind of moment. Very much like mother and her child. Sorry, I don't know what that was in the background. Like a mother, like the universe hugging you like a little child, right? And it's going to make you feel better about life is kind of what it's saying. It's going to make you feel better about life in general, Taurus. So that's really nice. I think that's exactly what you need. And that's that rebirth. Look, and here is, we have the word rebirth on this card, and then we have like a little kid right here, right? So that's what I mean. You're going to be like reborn through whatever this is. It's going to make you feel whole. It's going to make you feel loved by the universe. It's going to make you feel like everything's back in order as it should be here on the real world, in the real world, on the real earth plane. I want like 2 more cards, like here and here. Oh, well, that one just flew out right there. Temperance. The same one day at a time, right? Temperance is very balanced energy. That's what's been driving you crazy, though. This temperance energy over here has been driving you crazy because you've been so patient. It just said you've been so patient. Okay, now it's very much that mom energy coming through. It's giving it to me almost like the mom energy had to stay away for a while, right? Almost like when you're a kid and your mom has to go away for work and you miss them, or something like that. When are they coming back? Like all that stuff. There's very much, it's like you've been very patient, just waiting on signs from the universe to help lead you. You've been waiting on this rebirth. You've been waiting on big changes. You've been waiting on movement and communication in your life. You've been waiting on things to become grounded and solid and real instead of being all up in your head, instead of just having to stand by and be patient. You're, that's where it's very much coming in and comforting you and saying, like, you've been very patient, right? It's not that the universe is like apologizing to you. It's like comforting you. Right? Mommy has to go to work, basically, is the thing. The universe has to go to work sometimes. It can't always answer absolutely every single question or thought in that moment, because sometimes... Sorry, Taurus, my phone storage got full and I had to clear some things off, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. I had pulled one more card for you and I'd already read it. I'm going to wait. Where I was leaving off in the last recording, that was just talking about how, right, the universe can't always answer every little thing or do every little thing at that exact time. Sometimes it has other things to do. So this is kind of like the universe talking to you and like making up with you and just saying, like, you know, there was a lot of puzzle pieces and things that had to come together. It said I had to pull a lot of strings, is what it just said. I had to pull a lot of strings to get everything together as you need, as you want. But remember, I'm the universe and I'm here to take care of you, right? I'm doing everything in your best interest, with you in mind, with you at heart. So I'm sending you either this person or this sign in a very grounded, transparent, clear way to show you that I was listening, that I was paying attention, that I was doing everything. And it's just going to make you feel really nice. It's going to make you feel loved by the universe, make you feel whole again. And then this last card that I had pulled for you guys as I had shuffled that didn't get recorded was the Knight of Cups. And that's where with the Knight of Cups, let me see if it is saying anything different now that I'm re-recording. It is showing me how much this horse is just smiling. No, it's the same message. So it was just saying, like, this Knight of Cups is an energy that moves slower than a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Swords, but it moves faster than a Knight of Pentacles. And that's where it was kind of giving me the message of, like, part of the message you're going to receive is, like, we or the universe, you can go at your own pace. This energy has been very hectic and busy and confusing all through here in this pocket. You've been really patient, asking for signs, waiting and working through it all, navigating it all. You get to hit this really solid, grounded energy that's just so much more stable. And part of the message that either this person gives to you or that the universe shows you through all of this is that you can go at your own pace. And this is a very friendly, sweet energy. Someone that's a very dear friend or good friend, possibly a romantic connection, something along those lines, that's willing to really listen and sit and talk with you And the overall advice is, I mean, and that's what I mean, like this horse is even really charming. Like there's a lot of charm here. And it was just saying like, we can go at your own pace. The universe knows you've been through a lot. This person knows you've been through a lot. You're being completely rebirthed. It's super beautiful. It's everything you've been kind of like waiting on, Taurus. It feels like the universe like is holding you and loving you again, like a mom holding her child. And from there, you get to go at your own pace and connect with somebody or something. And this is an opportunity. This is an invitation. It just said, and you're supposed to follow it, right? Go along with it. It's good for you. Is kind of what it just said. That's that mom energy talking, right? This is good for you. Always very nice energy with a Knight of Cups over here. All right. It's been a long journey, big changes, but it's very solid and grounded. This message is very real. Go with the flow, go along with it. This is nice energy for you to follow. And then I want to just look at the bottom of the deck real quick, especially since that part got kind of cut there in the recording. Let's see what's up here. You have a Knight of Wands as well here on the bottom. In my Aries reading, this was all about just going down your life path, being on your mission, being ready to go where you feel called to go. It was a general message of like, send me, right? Like, I will go. It's kind of pointing out the red here and some of the red right here in these backgrounds. And almost like this is your energy, Taurus. Like that's part of what I'm getting here too. It's like, that's what I mean. It's like, this feels like somebody or something else. This feels like your energy, and it's just pointing out how they're technically equal because they're both Knight energies. So one's hot and one's cold because the red and then like the cups water, right? So it's like one's hot and one's cold. One's fast, one's a little more slow. That's why it's like, we will go at your pace. If you want to move a little faster or you want to move a little slower, like whichever energy, right, whichever Knight energy you prefer to be in is kind of what's bringing to me. But this is also a Knight that often represents get up and go energy. Right, always having to go to work. As I was talking about, like always having to go somewhere, always having to do something, always having to go to work. And maybe that's why part of this message is, we'll go at your pace, because if you're a very busy person, if you're always moving and your life's very crazy and hectic, the universe knows that. That's why I put all this together for you, to give you the message like, hey, it's okay. Everything will go at your pace. Everything's going to be fine. If you're busy and moving a lot, we'll go at that pace. If you're getting to sit still and be gentle for a little bit and just have conversation, then we'll go at that pace, right? That's part of the whole message coming through here. And that's what I got for you, Taurus. Thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe as you see fit. And I will catch you guys on the next batch of readings. Thank you.